Hey there folks, and welcome back to Space Engineers Survival. Today we have a full schedule of things that we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to fix this ship. As in last episode you saw a big meteor hit it and completely destroyed it. We're actually going to improve on the design. Well, improve is in quotation marks. The second thing we're going to do is we are going to what we're going to do is we're going to add little girders to make this more fixed to the asteroid. Apparently it's bothering some people that only that little corner is stuck in the asteroid, so we're going to put a couple of supports in there. And the final thing that we're going to be doing this episode is we are going to be making a new, bigger, much improved mining ship. It's going to be better than that thing. We're going to keep this one here for this mining base, but for that mining base, the mobile mining platform, we're going to want a much better mining ship. The idea is that we're going to have probably 4 or 5 drills on the front of it, and we're going to be able to tunnel and bore our way through to the center of asteroids where all the good ores are located. Alright, so that's what we're going to be doing. But the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be fixing this ship. As you saw last episode, a meteor decided to have its way with this and pretty much remove the front end of the ship, so the idea for what we're going to do is we are going to, after fixing all these blocks, what we're going to do is we're going to put one of the new cockpits in, and we're going to put glass in the front so we can actually see out of it and fly it. So we can use the first person mode, because I just kind of wanted to make a ship with that because it kind of looked really cool. And we're going to fix up all these dented blocks here and see what we actually need to replace. Luckily we have, if we go in our inventory, we have plenty of steel plates, and I have a whole bunch more back at the mining base because a couple episodes ago we parted out our military mine layer. So, and as you can see, I did fix the problem with the new update when for some reason I was moving incredibly slow. It just reset some of my settings that I had to go and tweak. But now everything's working. In fact, it's working better than it was before, so maybe it's a good thing that that happened. Alright, I think most of these blocks are all fixed. And luckily, nothing major other than our cockpit got destroyed. The 2 main engines are still intact, the gravity generator is still intact, the nuclear reactor is still intact, so it could have been a lot worse. Let's take this thing off. We don't really need it. And we can always use the parts for something else. Oops, and fix that. Also, we're going to want to remove this piece. Alright. Let's see, how is this going to work? I'm going to put a glass piece. I'm going to want it a 3x1. So let's go here. Is there a 3x1? There's a 1x2. We could do, could just do 3 1x1s. That would work. But we need bulletproof glass and girders. So we're going to go back to our assembler and I think I made some off screen, but I'm not entirely sure. Otherwise we might have some in our storage containers. Otherwise we'll have to make them. Let's see here. Let's see here. What do we have? We have plenty of bulletproof glass and some girders. Awesome. Awesome. Also, we'll probably grab a couple more steel plates. We'll need them. We'll grab... yeah, that should be good. And a couple construction components just because. That should be good. Alrighty then. So we're gonna want to put 3 1x1s in the front. So let's take That's 2x3, 1x1, 1x1. There we go. Put that there in our hotbar. Take a couple of the other ones just in case they're the ones we need. Alright. And one of the ways, these windows are like two-way windows. So we're going to want the transparent side facing us. If I move around, can I still see through it? Oops, I want to turn my jetpack on. I don't want to fall through. Alright, can I see through it? Let's see, what about this one? Yep, that's the one we want. We'll place that there, and that there. We should have enough parts to just finish these outright. And then we'll see what we need to put our new cockpit in. Let's see here. And completed. One more. And we're done. Alright, now let's take a look what it looks like from the inside. There we go. As you can see, it's much easier to see out this way than it is to see in through this way, because it's tinted on that side. Almost like one-way glass, but not completely. Alright, now we need our cockpit. Let's see here, we're going to want that cockpit. 3. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to place it there. It's going to block our... It's going to block our gravity generator. Maybe I can move our gravity generator. Okay, so we need interior plate to build the cockpit. That's good to know. But in the meantime, let's see here. If I take out this piece, I should be able to put the gravity generator in the corner. Let's take a grinder to it and see if there's anything that prevents us from doing that. It doesn't look like it. We'll just, oops, don't want to turn my jetpack off, that would be bad. Alright, so let's take a couple light armor blocks and cover that back up. And that. And we'll make it black. Actually, I have an idea. Grind away this piece here. And we'll put, let's see here, 9. We'll put the armor blocks here. We'll change the color to black. Come on, there we go. And that should be good. We'll finish these. We have more than enough steel plate to finish these. Oh, these are heavy armor blocks. Whoops. Well, I don't really want heavy armor blocks here. I just want the regular armor blocks. Whoops, it's drifting away. Grind it away before it goes too far. There we go. We want these blocks. There we go. Much better. And then we'll put the gravity generator in the corner, and we'll have more than enough room for our cockpit then. Alright, and now we want to put a sloped armor block here. We want to rotate it that way, and we'll change it to yellow. And we'll finish that one up. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, and now we're going to want to put some sloped armor blocks on the front. There we go. One more. And we'll want a corner block on that one. Oops, I don't want the heavy armor. Just the light armor. There we go. And finish this off. Put one there. Oh, energy system is low. We can fix that. We have a medical bay in here. I should actually check and see how much uranium was left in this. It's been left on for quite some time. We still have 8.5. That's more than enough. If I'm not mistaken, 8.5 will give us a couple days worth of power. Alright, energy is full. Let's hop on up, get our jetpack on. Well, actually, that needs to be a corner piece. So we'll take our grinder, do that. Corner piece, perfect. Actually, is that the right piece? Yeah, it is. And now, let's take a look. I'm not sure which corner piece. I'm trying to make this symmetrical. Okay, so that's just a slope block. I'm going to rotate it like that. Oops, not that block. That block. And rotate it. Oops, not that way. That way. Okay, and now just have the regular armor blocks to take care of. Oops, and there we go. You know what? Just because we can, I'm sorry about that. We are going to, well, first we'll put an slope armor block here. And we'll put glass on the roof. We have enough glass kicking around, so might as well. And actually, we'll change the frame to black. How about that? Perfect. Now we can finish making everything. I'm gonna finish building everything in a short little time-lapse sequence. And then when we're back, we'll start work on fixing up the mining base. So, see you guys in a bit. Alright, and we're back, and as you can see, we've made a couple more improvements to our ship design. We decided to move the thrusters forward one block so we could have a little bit of side visibility out of the side. So we decided to put 2 windows in here. Also, we decided to move the door back 1 slot, which seems to be working just fine. So, now let's see how this ship flies. Actually, let's see what it looks like from the outside first. How about that? I think I may have put that window on wrong. I'll fix that eventually. Also put 2 spotlights on the front. And here we are. The ship is actually 1 block longer than it was before. I actually like this design a lot better with the windows, because we got windows on the side, front, and even on the top. Oh, those windows are on wrong too. I'll fix that eventually. But let's take this thing for a spin now that we have it all fixed up. Look at all this room for activities. So much room up here. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Let's go. And yes, I can look out the side and out of the top. You'd be able to see better out of the top if I put the windows in correctly. Anyhow, this is a lot cooler. Now you can fly big ships in the first person's perspective. Whoa. This is pretty cool. Well, let's make our way back to our base. And I crashed. That didn't take long. Well, that really sucks. God, I'm so terrible at this. Well, I'm just gonna do a jump cut until it's to when it's fixed, so you guys don't have to painfully watch me fix this again. Right, see you in a bit. Alright, well I fixed it, so note to self, try not to suck at flying. I also did fix the windows as well, so now the windows are facing the correct way, and it actually looks kind of cool because the tinted window is also kind of the same color as the black block there. Alright, well, I'm gonna try not to fly that, because if I do, I'll probably just end up breaking it again. So, now, we are going to add some structural support to our base over here. Let's see here, change that to the right color. So, we'll put a couple of these blocks in here to make it look like it's actually anchored to the asteroid. You know what? I actually kind of like that look with the struts like that. Give it a couple of plates though, because that's kind of how a lot of, you know, structured supports look. So I think I'm going to keep it like that. Also, let's see here. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to put some supports back there on the other side, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult getting in the base. So what I'm going to do is add a little walkway. There we go. And that'll also act as a little anchor point as well. And we'll finish these up. These are actually going to be finished because these are going to kind of act as a walkway and an anchor point. So, just finish these up. We have 2 more. Our energy is still pretty good, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's see here. Haven't had an asteroid or a meteor hit in a while, so that's always nice. Also, I noticed that we haven't had any ships spawn in yet this episode. Uh-oh, that's pink. I don't want it to be pink. That's the right color. There we go. And if you're wondering how I did that, that's just the middle mouse button. Alright. We'll do that on the same side over here because there's another entrance or exit, depending how you look at it. Maybe it's both. It is both. Alright, there we go. And, oh, there we go, and that should be good. And we'll just finish that up. And then we'll put a couple more struts for structural support. And then we'll work on our new mining craft. There we go. Add one more. Maybe I could fit one more in there. I'm not sure it would be worth it though. No, it wouldn't be worth it. Alright, so it's anchored in that side. Now, let's add... Let's see here. A couple of these. Let's see, gotta rotate this the correct way. That's not the correct way. I think. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna put this just one in the direct middle. So grind that one off. Where is the middle? Meh, hereabouts. Or we could do one on each side. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. One on each side. And somewhere around the halfway point would be good. And we'll do it on the other side as well. Let's see here. It's one below that one, so it's flying away. And there we go. Did I turn my inertial dampeners off? Yes, I did. That's why I'm flying all over the place. Like a derp, I turned it off. Right. So. Nope. Which is the right way? That's the right way. And we're just going to make this like a little diagonal support, and it's going to go right into the rock face over there. And there we go. If you guys want me to actually complete this, you can tell me, but for now I can actually kind of like the look of the like structured truss support. And maybe one more will do it. Maybe two. Yep, I think we'll need another one. There we go, anchored in the rock. There we go, that looks better. Now we'll do the same thing to this one over here. Let's get into position. There we go, fly down a little bit. See here. I think we might need a couple more than we're on that side because the rock is a little bit depressed on this side, or it's further away. There we go. There we go. Just a couple more. Alright, looking good so far. It's kind of hard to aim these things. Still hoping they'll fix that one of these patches. Alright, maybe two more would do it? Probably. And there we go. Much better. Let's take a look at that. There we go. Now it's anchored in the rock and you guys can sleep easy tonight. Okay, now for the fun part, we get to design a new mining drill. So things that we want the mining drill to have. We want it to have quite a few of those little landing legs so we can lock it on to our mining transport. Unlike this one, we locked it on, and when we turned it, it got torn off because there was only one landing gear on it, so we'll want it to have quite a few landing gear. We will want it to have quite a few of those little drill bits here. Also, we will want it to have a lot more thrusters because the drill pretty much dictates where this thing is going. There's not enough thrusters on it to really make a difference. So it's gonna be a lot bigger. But luckily, we have a lot of components for ship components because we just parted out the mine layer. Alright, so we want some steel plate, small steel tube probably, large steel tube almost definitely, construction components we'll need it. Well, looks like we can't take any more, so that'll have to do for now. So I'm actually going to, while building this, lock this onto something so it doesn't end up floating off before I finish it. Uh-oh. There's a dent on here. Must have been caused by a meteorite. All better. So now let's build ourselves a new mining ship. So we want a new small ship. We're going to... Oops, nope. Rotate it this direction. Let's see here. Will it lock? There we go. Perfect. Awesome. I actually do like that they did that so you can lock when you're building it. Alright, so we'll want light armor blocks. Should be fine. How wide do we want this thing to be? Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, and then 1, so 1, 2. We'll add another one on this side to make it symmetrical. Whoops. There we go. Let's see. Let's get our drill parts into our inventory. So we want the drill parts in our inventory. We want small thrusters. We don't need doors in our inventory. We'll probably actually use large reactors on this one. That we'll also want a cockpit. Replace that with the door. There we go. 1. Actually, if we... Whoops, not what I wanted to do. That's actually what I wanted to do. Alright, so if we put it like this. Nope, we're going to want to move it 1 over. Alright, 1. There we go. Let's see here, we want to put it 1 away from the edge. There we go. That'll be good. We'll be able to access the drill compartments from the top or the bottom. And that should cover the entire area. We might want to put... Actually, we could stack these drills on top of each other. This piece here is bottom only. There we go. All better. 9 is where our light armor blocks are, so... There we go. I'm guessing visibility out of this craft won't be the best, but... Uh-oh, my energy is low. Alright, well... Actually, if I just hop in here, my energy will replenish. Won't have to go to the medical bay. You know, speaking of the ship that we're making, I should probably put a landing gear back on this. Let's move this away so we have more building room. Alright, now... Drill not available for station. Of course not. There we go. And oh, there we go. That should be more than adequate, I think. Alright, 3 is our... Actually, we need to lay down a chassis for the rest of this spaceship to be on. So, let's... There we go. Put a couple of these down. Nope, don't want the station blocks. There we go. And 3 is the cockpit. I want to put that... Oh, we need interior plates for the cockpit. Turn our jet back on. We should have some interior plates down here. And it takes 30 of them to finish it. So, we'll take... Well, I guess we can only take 25. What else don't we need? Probably don't need 124 girders, so... Actually, that'll be good. Take another 5 of those. We will take a couple of girders. Do we have any large steel tubes? Yes, we do. What we will need is we will need reactor components, which we have. Take a couple of those. I think that's all we can fit right now, so that will have to do. Right. Now, there we go. Make sure that's symmetrical. And it is. Oops, now we need... I'll lay a couple of these blocks down just to strengthen the ship a little bit. Speaking of strengthening the ship, we'll also do this. There we go. And now, for the internal workings, we're going to have to make sure that everything stays within this little square. Well, let me position this correctly. This square, because that's where we're going to be able to mine out. Actually, we're going to be able to mine out everything from here, but just to be a little bit careful, we're going to want to fit everything in that little square of space. So I might have to make the ship a little bit longer than I would usually like to, but it will be worth it in the long run. Alright, so now we need the large reactors. Oops. Alright, we need to be able to access it. Alright. Let me get on this side, because I want to be able to have some side access for the... Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to lay it down like that anyway, so we need to make it one larger. Alright. Rotate this. There we go. That's what I wanted. I think one of these reactors should be enough for all the drills and the engines I'm going to put on it. I'm going to put some big engines on this thing. We have the extra thrust components kicking around, so it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, I didn't want to put that there. Alright. Now we need to find a place for our gyroscopes and our thrusters. Alright, so gyroscopes. We're going to want a couple of these because it makes it quite a bit easier to control. And that is quite an issue with my other mining ship, because the drill does tend to make it go places that I don't want it to go. So put that there, that there. It doesn't really matter. Alright. 3 gyroscopes, maybe we'll want more than that. That should be good. Put a couple more of these down. And the thrusters that we want. Alright. Okay, let's rotate this. It's a little bit odd looking, but how big is that? Is that 3 or is that 4? Ooh, that is 4. But if I rotate it like that, I might be able to fit 2 of those on there. So I said I didn't really want to make it any wider, but I guess I'm gonna have to. 2, 3. Come on. Guess I'm gonna have to make this a little bit taller before they allow me to place the block. Alright. There we go. Perfect. And now we need the side thrusters. Should be easy enough. And we'll do another side thruster for good measure. There we go. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll have 3 side thrusters, lateral thrusters that way, 3 lateral thrusters this way. Oh, come on. Place it one more. There we go. Now we need thrusters that go up, thrusters that go down, and retro thrusters. So, I still have to get to those and finish them, so I'm not going to put my my vertical thrusters there. However, nope. There we go. Got it. Actually, I bet I can put the thruster there and we'll be able to put another thruster on the other side. There we go. Oh, I don't think I can reach it. Oh, I'm too fat. Ugh. Well, I'll put the other thrusters here then. And then we need retro thrusters. Well, thrusters that go down, actually. Three thrusters that go down should be fine. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And now our retro thrusters. Where are we going to put our retro thrusters? I want to put them in a place that won't damage anything else, so... That's actually an interesting question. Where should I put my retro thrusters? If I put them here, it will damage the drills. If I put them here, it will damage the structural support. If I put them here, I think that may be far enough away that it won't damage that. So, I guess we'll have to give it a shot. And if it does damage it, we'll have to place them in different locations. Alright. I think, yeah, they were right here. And right there. It'd be nice if I could fit another retro thruster. Actually, I should fit another retro thruster on the bottom. But I think I'll have to do that when this thing's functional. So, in the meantime, I'm going to finish this in a little time-lapse sequence, so enjoy the music. Alright folks, and we're done. So let's take a look at this. I did have to alter the design a little bit because I realized that the retro thrusters in this placement would just destroy those things and maybe even the cockpit. So I decided to put them back and a little bit further out because I didn't want the thrust damage to damage any of my components on this. But let's take a look at this. I also put on 3 spotlights, 1 on each side, 1 in the center. We also put an ore detector in the middle. And we have our large nuclear reactor. I threw the last bit of uranium that I had in it, so we are running perilously low on uranium and we should probably go get some. And we have these 2 massive engines at the back. I have a feeling that this thing is going to fly fairly well. So, let's take it for a spin. Yeah, this is much, 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 much better than the other small mining ship that we have. So, actually, there's some uranium right there. So, let's test our new ship out. Yep, that's uranium. Let's go into first-person mode. Let's see how much uranium we can actually get in one go with this thing. Okay, we're in contact, and let's start digging. So far, so good. Doesn't look like anything's broken off or... Let's see here. Let me just look at it from an out... Oh, wow, we really are burrowing in, so this thing looks like it's working as intended. Let's continue to go and get some more uranium. We'll then put it in our refinery. We have a little bit of uranium extra kicking around. Wow, this thing this thing makes quick work of mining. It will make getting materials a lot easier. Let's see here. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, lots of landing gear on the bottom, so we won't do the same thing we did to our other mining ship by accidentally tearing it off and then having it go spin off into space. Alright. Now this is going to be interesting. I'm honestly a little bit worried about landing this thing because my landing deck right now is just a light armor, but we'll see how this thing fares. Oops. Let's get in the first person, go down a little bit. We'll use the mining base as a little, or the mining base beacon as a guide to know how close we are to the bottom. No landing gear in proximity yet. And a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Maybe go a little bit forward. Oh, we got some in proximity for a second there. There we go. Lock, turn the ship off. And, ooh, beautiful landing. Beautiful landing. I don't think I dented anything. Now let's go grab the uranium. 640. Let's grab all that. Let's see, are we going to have similar amounts in all of them? I would imagine so. Maybe not exactly the same, but 640, 510, or 516. That's fairly close. Let's, there wasn't much in that one. So we still have one more to grab from. And we even got a little bit of stone there too. Alright, we'll throw this in our refinery. There we go. There we go. And we'll let that refine for a while. And that'll be it for this short episode. Well, actually, it probably wasn't that short of an episode, but thank you guys for watching. If you have any suggestions of what I should do next, feel free to leave them in the comments section. I always read them. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.